All right, everyone, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into a digital mystery that's got the whole internet buzzing.
Yeah, we're talking about the blocking of Unblock Origin and what it means for, well, basically all of us.
Unblock Origin. This little browser extension that a lot of people relied on to keep their online activity private suddenly vanished. Poof, gone.
And we're going to unpack all that, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're
Yeah.
talking about why it disappeared, what it means for your online safety, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it.
This whole thing goes way deeper than just one little extension going dark, though. This raises some really big questions about who has the power online, right? About control and transparency, and what the future of the internet even looks like.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. For those who might not be familiar, what exactly was Unblock Origin? What did it do?
So at its core, Unblock Origin was all about putting the user back in control of their online experience.
Okay, but how?
Imagine this. It's like having a super vigilant bodyguard for your browser. Every time a website tries to slip you something, like a tracker, Unblock Origin steps in and says, hold on a second, who are you? And if that tracker didn't pass the test, Unblock Origin would just block it, kick it right out.
So it was basically blocking all those pesky targeted ads and trackers that follow you around the internet.
Exactly. It kept advertisers from building those detailed profiles based on everything you do online. You know, the kind that makes you feel like someone's reading your mind.
Oh yeah, like when you look at something online and then suddenly you're seeing ads for it everywhere you go. Super creepy.
Right. Unblock Origin put a stop to a lot of that.
But now it's gone. So the big question is why? What happened?
And that's where the mystery really starts, because there's no clear official answer.
Really? Like no one's fessing up.
Nope. We're left to piece things together from different sources and theories.
So let's do that. What are some of the leading theories about why Unblock Origin got blocked?
One possibility that gets thrown around a lot is security vulnerabilities. Some security experts have argued that extensions like Unblock Origin could potentially be exploited by hackers to gain access to your data.
So it's like trying to protect you from one threat, but potentially opening you up to another.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Yep.
And that concern isn't entirely unfounded. Browser extensions, by their very nature, have a lot of access to your browsing data.
So that's one theory. What else?
Another line of thinking points to privacy concerns, ironically. Some people have suggested that Unblock Origin itself might have been collecting more data than it was letting on.
Wait, hold on. So the tool designed to protect privacy might have actually been compromising it.
That's the accusation being thrown around, at least. However, there's no concrete evidence to support that claim that I've seen.
Okay, so security issues, privacy concerns. What else have people been saying?
Well, there's another, perhaps more cynical, theory floating around. The idea that the companies and even governments who benefit from all that tracking and targeted advertising might have put pressure on to get Unblock Origin blocked.
Ah, so it's a money thing. They're losing out on potential profits if people are blocking all those ads.
Exactly. Targeted advertising is a multi-billion-dollar industry, so it's not a stretch to think that some powerful players might not be too happy about a tool that effectively undermines their business model.
That's a pretty unsettling thought. It's like, who's really in control here?
Right. And it goes beyond just missing out on a few funny cat videos or targeted ads for shoes. Without Unblock Origin or something like it, everything you do online is being tracked and logged.
Okay, so paint a picture for me here. What exactly are we talking about? What kind of data are we actually exposing when we browse without any kind of protection?
Basically, everything you do online leaves a digital footprint. Every website you visit, every search you make, every link you click, every video you watch, it's all being recorded and often tied back to you.
So it's like having someone follow you around in the real world, taking notes on your every move.
It's exactly like that. And that data is incredibly valuable to companies. It allows them to build a very detailed profile of you, your interests, your habits, your fears, your desires. And that profile is then used to target you with hyper-personalized advertising to predict your future behavior and potentially even to influence your decisions.
Okay, I'm officially creeped out. But enough doom and gloom, let's talk about solutions. Unblock Origin is gone, but surely there are other ways to protect ourselves, right?
Absolutely. There are a number of alternative tools out there that offer similar functionality.
Lay on me, what are some of the best ones?
So a couple of popular options that come to mind are Privacy Badger and uBlock Origin.
Hold on. Unblock Origin. That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, it's easy to mix them up. uBlock Origin with a U is still around and kicking. It's a very powerful and customizable ad blocking extension that allows you to fine-tune exactly what you want to block.
So how's it different from Unblock Origin?
uBlock Origin is a bit more technical, but it gives you a lot of control. It uses filter lists to block ads and trackers, and you can choose from pre-made lists or even create your own.
Okay, so that's Unblock Origin. What about the other one you mentioned, Privacy Badger?
Privacy Badger is a bit more user-friendly. It learns to block trackers automatically as you browse, so you don't have to manually configure anything.
So it's like having a little AI bodyguard working behind the scenes.
Pretty much. And both of these extensions, uBlock Origin and Privacy Badger, are completely free and available for all major browsers.
Okay, so that's good to know. Any other options people should be aware of?
Absolutely. Another approach is to use a privacy-focused browser like Brave.
Brave. I've heard of that.
Yeah, Brave is a relatively new browser, but it's built from the ground up with privacy in mind. It has built-in protections against tracking and ads, so you don't have to rely on extensions as much.
So it's like having a built-in shield.
Exactly. Plus, it's known for being pretty fast and lightweight, which is always a bonus.
Cool. All right, so we've got uBlock Origin, we've got Privacy Badger, and we've got the Brave browser. Any other tips for staying safe and private online?
Well, in addition to using the right tools, it's important to be mindful of your own browsing habits. Pay attention to the websites you visit, the links you click, and the information you share online.
So even if you're using all these tools, it's still important to be smart about what you're doing online.
Absolutely. It's about having a multi-layered approach to security and privacy.
This whole situation with Unblock Origin really makes you think, though. It makes you wonder about the future of the internet. Like, what happens if all these tools that help us protect our privacy start disappearing?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The internet is at a crossroads. It has the potential to be an incredible force for good, for connection, for sharing knowledge, for empowering people.
But it also has this dark side where we're constantly being tracked and manipulated.
Yeah. And it feels like the balance is tipping more and more towards that dark side. If we lose the ability to control our own data, to protect our own privacy, the internet becomes a very different place.
Much less appealing place, I'd say.
Definitely. So the choices we make now, the tools we use, the conversations we have, all of this will shape the future of the internet.
Well said.
And the big question we need to be asking ourselves is, what kind of internet do we want? Do we want an internet where we're just products being bought and sold, where our every move is tracked and analyzed? Or do we want an internet that empowers individuals, that respects privacy, that fosters creativity and connection?
I think the answer to that is pretty clear.
I agree, but it's going to take all of us working together, making informed choices, demanding better from the companies that control our online lives to create that kind of internet.
All right, everyone, that's a wrap for today's deep dive. We've lost a valuable tool in Unblock Origin, but as we've discussed, there are still ways to protect ourselves, to reclaim some of that control, and to fight for a better, more private internet.
Do your research, explore those alternatives, and most importantly, stay engaged. The future of the internet depends on it.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe out there.